Okay, hello chat. So they added Devil Dinosaur to Marvel Rivals today, and I gotta say, I love the character. I want to start with that. He's a beast. I love playing as him. He's one of the most fun characters I've ever experienced in this game. But that is what scares me. You see, for most of this game's existence, as far as I'm aware, and from what I have played, I'm not very high ranked or anything. I play the game every now and then. From what I've played, the balance team really doesn't like it when the tank players have fun. They really don't. I mean, they just nuked Tank Pool into hell. Cap got rid of his animation cancel. And everyone else is just the most boring character ever to play as. I'm lying, by the way, but those are like the two I've played other than Devil Dinosaur. I make Cap and Tank Pool main. And so yeah, that's what my concern is. He's a tank that you build your team around, which is the first time I can really say that I feel in the entire game's existence. Like, he is what you build your team around. You don't pick, it's not like other comps where you pick, like, let's say Namor, and then when you pick, and then your teammates go, okay, what can I do to make Namor better? Devil Dinosaur is a tank where you look at your teammate picking him and go, oh, I need to make Devil Dinosaur better. And so I'm kind of concerned as to how that's going to look, because I don't trust the balance team. But to start with kind of like what I think about the character and everything, like I said, I think Devil Dinosaur is going to be a character that you build your team around. He is going to be the LeBron of tanks. He is not a system player, he is the system, if that makes sense. Sports reference when I'm talking about Marvel Rivals. Oh my god, this video is going to be pure slop. I'm just gonna guess here, just off of my very minuscule knowledge of kind of team comps and everything. But I think there are two team compositions that you will want to run with in this game with Devil Dinosaur. A 1-2-3, 1 tank, 2 DPS, and 3 supports. With one of those supports being pretty much just a pocket bitch for Devil Dinosaur. The 2 DPSs will be Poke, so maybe Hela and Punisher, or... yeah, I mean, I think Hela and Punisher would be like the safest bet. And then you have Devil Dinosaur, who exists purely to push the front line, and then everyone else kind of works around him rather than, doing their own thing. The other comp, which I think would be much better for, to kind of distract people and everything, would be a 2-1-3. 2 tanks, 1 DPS, and 3 supports. Once again, the third support is pretty much there to exclusively heal Devil Dinosaur, but the extra tank and the single DPS would be dive. So maybe a Cap or a Venom, and I think that it would have to be someone like a DPS pool, maybe Black Panther, something along those lines. Like I said, I don't really play this game competitively. I'm just kind of spitballing. I could be wrong, I could be right. It don't really matter to me. I just wanted to talk about this character. And let me also, he is a demon in one-on-ones. Like, I feel like he's one of the first characters since Thor to really be an extremely good, like, one-on-one combatant. You are never gonna lose. You are going to win inevitably. But he's the size of a fucking house. Have you guys, like, I don't know if anyone has actually seen how big he is. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna see how big he is because I'm gonna put gameplay footage over this, but he's massive. And that's why he's going to be such a problem with balancing, I feel like. Reducing his damage is going to kill the character, because the character is so big that if he can't do damage, he's just going to exist to pretty much be an ult charge bitch. Even with the 50% decrease to ult charge by doing damage or healing him, you're still just going to give people ult charge. That's all you're going to do. Maybe they could do something with, like, damage reduction. But even then, I feel like you would have to be extremely careful with the balancing there, because if you mess that up at all, same problem, except he's just exploding. So, I don't really know how you would do that either. You can't reduce his speed or his size to compensate because you already made the dinosaur giant, and that's kind of like his defining characteristic among all the characters. Like I said, this is just kind of me a short overview of the character and kind of what I thought when I first saw it and everything. The bleed effect, maybe, and maybe you could maybe you could adjust his damage to be flat damage instead of being percent based for a lot of his attacks. But even then, I'm spooked by that. Someone I was talking earlier, they suggested giving the beam a cooldown. But the problem with giving the beam a cooldown is that it's so short range that you have to pretty much be in range to bite someone once they hit the ground already for it to be useful. So if you're going to give it a cooldown, I feel like you would have to increase the range, which would just make him even worse for flyers and poke, because guess what? You get knocked out of the sky, any of the divers can touch you now. And especially if he keeps shooting you for however long. I don't really know what you would do to balance him. So I think in a way this character is going to, like, this to clickbait a little. This character is a legacy defining character to me. I think that how he is balanced is going to determine how tank players feel about the game for the rest of time, because this is a very delicate character in terms of balancing. A lot of tanks already, a lot of tank mains from what I've seen already think the devs don't like them. They don't really care for the role. They think strategists and duelists need to, be in control of every game. So Devil Dinosaur is going to be like kind of like confirmation almost for that viewpoint, and I really hope they leave him alone, because I really do enjoy playing as the character. I mean, I get enjoyment out of tank pool and capsule even with their nerfs, but man, like, honestly, I think last season was the least played season out of any of them for me. Like, I barely finished my my ranked qualification match, or my ranked placement matches. I just finished them literally the night before ranked ended for season 7.5, I think. Yeah, 7.5. I really only ever play tanks, and so that does scare me, because, like, I love this game. I'm not gonna keep playing it if every time I boot it up, I know that I'm really just there so 4 other people, or 5 other, if I get in a lobby where no one else wants to play tank with me, no one wants to play tank with me, excuse me. I really don't want to play a game where I know that I'm just there so everyone else can have fun. So yeah, like I said, I think this character is going to be a legacy-defining character. It's going to decide if, what tank players think from now on. I think it's going to decide how the balancing is viewed. The balancing is already, like, very hit or miss, I feel like. But I think that this is going to either be, okay, they might know what they're doing, or this is catastrophic. I don't know if anyone on this team actually knows what they're doing. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I kind of just wanted to spitball for a minute. If you have any thoughts yourself, leave it in the comments. I'm really excited for this season. Cyclops and Devil Dinosaur, especially Devil Dinosaur. I'll admit I was very skeptical about adding Devil Dinosaur to the game, but I'm loving the character right now, and I can't wait to keep playing him. I'm probably gonna actually go play a game right now just so I can get some footage for this video. But yeah, leave a comment down below what you think. Like and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. I don't normally do stuff like this, by the way, just for clarification. This is not my normal style of video. This is just me, and I was supposed to upload a Smash Brothers video today, but I didn't finish editing it because I fell asleep, so oops. So yeah, I'll see y'all later.